Driving Culture 4, this is Hypebeast Radio. I'm your host, Madrell. This is
Ben Rosen.
We're sitting down with the cool kids.
I'm Chuck Inglish.
I'm Michael Rocks.
I got one question for you guys before we start.
Go ahead.
How you feel about people calling Hypebeast shit that's not positive? I just want to know how you guys feel as the office.
Yeah, I mean, like, you mean like when people use the term Hypebeast, like in
yeah, but I know where it comes
manner.
from because I was there from day one. It was like Hypebeast was the site, and that's where the kids got their shit from. So they called you a Hypebeast.
I feel like you guys changed. I feel like at first it was like a Nike talk, like, yo, you're a hype beast, like you're waiting outside for shoes, like that's something to be ashamed of. But like now it's kind of like shifted a little bit because like people will still try to like jump.
No, you guys just have taken a
you're
taking a more editorial approach to your, and this is why we're here. I've loved you guys since 2005, but I be seeing people like, you're a fucking hype beast. And I'm just like, I wonder what the people at hype beast think about that.
Yeah, no, it's crazy because I feel like there's a lot more hype beasts today than there was back then. So it's like
there wasn't. You couldn't even be a hype. It was like you couldn't be a hype beast. You didn't even know where to go. If somebody tell you to go on hype beast, you didn't know where to get dunks. You didn't know about the hundreds. You didn't know about none of that.
But see, like now I feel like it's just kind of like it means like
now
early adopter.
We can't talk. Basically, you gotta wear a white. Basically, to be fresh now, you gotta wear a white tee and Jabot jeans. The same shit that we was trying to get away with. If you had a white tee and Jabot jeans right now, you the illest motherfucker in Nebraska.
It's like that Matthew.
Actually, have a white tee and Jabot jeans because you already know what it is with me. I ain't playing. I got Jabot shorts. I ain't going, bro. I'm not going, bro. That's why I want to start this conversation off, letting everybody know I ain't going. You know what I'm saying? I ain't
We're
going,
in
bro.
Jabot shorts right now.
What?
Shorts.
Nah. See, the thing is like the other day, and we can talk about this since it's in the context of the conversation. I fuck with the Yeezys. I had to come clean with myself. It's the people that have them on I'm not too happy about.
Talk about it. No, that's a good point.
Dog, you can see anybody in the motherfuckers. Back when I was growing up, bro, if you had Jordans on and you was on trash, bro, the motherfucker whoop your ass and take your Jordans. Now you can walk out the Adidas store with 6 Yeezys in a box, bro. All them bitches going for $700 on eBay and ain't nobody gonna touch you. I'm not with that.
Do you feel like
get your ass whooped?
Do you feel like the raffling system is like kind of messing it up?
Getting your ass whooped is what propelled everybody to be cool. That's
the raffling system. Yeah,
I'm over that.
No,
they've been doing that shit for a minute though.
It fucking up for guys like me, man. Because like I cannot go stand in line for anything.
Yeah.
So I end up just not getting hella shit because
Mikey was
I'm
too
not
cool
standing
by the
in
time
line,
the
bro.
raffle
Like,
came
what?
out.
Ain't no standing in line for no hours to get
I'm
some
in
shit.
I'm in 11th grade when the raffle starts, so that had to be you and my brother grade. You graduated 06?
Yeah.
So in 11th grade, you in 5th grade, so it don't even matter to you. So when they started doing the raffle, they started doing the raffle around the country when the gray Jordans came out, the gray 11s. That's when I knew.
History lesson.
Nah, bro, I was there for everything. I was there for every Jordan release, bro. My whole life is a Jordan release, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? 86. I was already in 2nd grade when the ones and twos came out. I had a pair of twos. 3rd grade, 4th grade, 5th grade. 6th grade was when the patent leathers came out, and if you was in 6th grade in 1995, bro, you was too intelligent. we figured everything out. We figured everything out. Like,
so you guys don't camp out for shoes. That's a dub.
Come on, fam.
That's $100 bill.
Let me put this out on Hypebeast, fam. If you camping out for shoes, bro, we gonna rob you for them.
But what about like early on though, like before like sneakers
you was
became
getting
like
robbed for that shit. Look, I went to school in Detroit off 8 Mile and Kelly, right across the street from East Land Mall, which is, you know what I'm saying? That's the most go-get-it mall in Detroit.
Yeah.
Now, 2001, Jordan was tripping. He put out the gray Jordans, and then he did the black and red retros for the first time.
Yeah.
Dog. I'm talking about, there was like a little white kid that went to school with us. He hopped the fence, skipped school, thought he was going to get him a pair of packing reds. Bro, he hopped back over the fence with no shoes.
No way.
And I told his ass, I was like, fam, you better have your brother take you up there or something. Like, don't be walking out of Eastland Mall with 2 pairs of Jordans in your hand because niggas gonna rob you. He like, no, you don't know what you're talking about, bro. It's 2002. People don't get robbed for their shoes anymore.
Yeah.
It's 2002. We've evolved.
Yeah. His ass got robbed for both pairs.
And the ones on his feet.
He didn't even wear them because he had to wear. We was in uniform when I went to school. We had to wear uniform, so he had hopped the fence, tried to go get some Jordans, came back with no Jordans. Man. Out $310, but that's what your ass get, bro. If you not cut to wear the shit, don't wear the shit.
Yeah.
Because when I got my shit, I was walking out with my box like, I wish you motherfuckers would touch me, bro.
Is that like a hack? Like, did you hide them? Did you hide them in another
Nah,
box?
look, you had somebody that was too goony go get your shit, and you pay him an extra $50.
Oh, that's the secret. That's
so I paid my dog that.
The Underground Railroad.
He wasn't even in high school no more. I paid him to stay in line. I gave him
D1 football player.
I gave him $175 when George was $125. They was $125. It was actually $135 when they came back out.
People are doing that now, though. People legit pay for someone to
stay in line, though. That's
there's
different.
Apps for
that's
that now.
different.
That's
different. Paying somebody to go get them bitches for you is a whole nother ball game than standing in line.
Yeah.
Because standing in line mean, yo, you a ho, and this man gonna show up right when the shoes get offered to him. He gonna walk out the store with his shoes, and you just was in line the whole time. Fuck all that. If I gave you loot, like stand in line because I can't skip school, cause you already fucked your life up. Let me just give you $175. Just go get me my shit and bring it at lunchtime, bro. That's that's what it, bro.
Early outsourcing.
Hey, the homies was getting chopped off, going to get people Jordans. Cause listen, Michael Jordan was on so much trash when I was in high school. Jordans only came out at noon, fam. They came out at noon on a school day. What kind of fucking shit is that?
No, that's true. Like when the DMPs
bro,
dropped.
What? They came out at noon on a school day, bro.
It's true,
Not Saturday. Not Tuesday at noon. I remember when the Pat Leathers came back out. It's fucking October 2000. I'm in 11th grade, fam.
And you couldn't even
bro,
go get them?
Everybody going to lunch. Lunch is empty as shit.
Because everybody ran out.
Nah, look. Lunch is empty as shit because a lot of kids skip school on that. You in more trouble for skipping school than you are. You in more trouble for leaving school while you've been there than if you just skip the whole day.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you better off skipping the whole day and being on campus than being there for half the day and getting caught.
Skipping out and coming back
Because I went
in.
to Catholic school, bro, and they was frying us for that shit. And I was in the Catholic league when I was in high school. Like, Braylon Edwards went to the high school down the street from me. So it was like we was deep, and they was making examples out of motherfuckers, especially about black athletes at the white Catholic school. Whoa. So if you was leaving white Catholic school to go get your Jordans, bro, they had no patience for your ass.
Mm-hmm. That was it.
Nigga, what? You would get kicked out of school for that shit.
Clean them up.
And you don't know how many people came back to school. Like, it was like November. It was like 3 p.m. Motherfuckers come back with their Jordans putting in their locker. And my dude thought he was cool as fuck, put the shit on his feet. Try to go to the last class with his shit, bro. He got suspended for 6 days.
Oh, damn.
For dress code violation.
Oh, wow.
Do you think that's where like it kind of like defined what was fresh at that time? It was all about the sneakers.
What was fresh was the situation, because now everybody's so in depth and about exclusivity. It's like, bro, that's not what made shit fresh. What made shit fresh was when I was in high school. The day a Jordan would come out, the whole gym would have them bitches. Everybody's shit would be laced different. And that's what made that shit fresh to me.
Wasn't the exclusivity, it was the fact that everybody
no, that exclusivity shit will get you robbed, bro. Like, y'all kids think that shit is funny, but I guarantee you, if y'all did a secret poll, how many of y'all been robbed for your Yeezys? There will be a staggering number, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I seen a kid walk out of a store one time, and these dudes was scaring him. They wasn't gonna steal his shit, but I told bro, I was like, yo, once you come out the store with it, he was trying to make a purchase where he was doing resales. I was like, off top, you on trash, bro. If you ain't gonna wear them, you whack. And that's a Chuck Inglish statement. If you ain't gonna wear them, you whack, fam. Like, if you don't put your feet in them and get them dirty, you whack. If you trying to keep them clean the whole time, you a hoe.
I've been saying that.
Because, I mean, you ain't fresh, bro. That means you can't get another pair. That means you holding on to one pair trying to see how much pussy you can get off one pair, bro. That's not going to happen. No, that's what people do, bro. Let's keep it 112. Like, ain't nobody out here getting Yeezys because they think that, oh, yeah, I just want my friends to see it. Nah, they want a girl to walk up to them like, oh, you got the Yeezys on? And I'm only saying this because I seen it, bro, and I wanted to puke. This girl walked up to this dude and was like, oh my God, you got the Yeezys on? And I was like, yes. I was about to wear them bitches, and that was the day I stopped.
But yeah,
I'm not saying they clout shoes.
Clout shoes.
Clout shoes.
Clout walkers.
Good clout walkers. They should be called the Adidas clout walkers.
Adidas clout walks. Yeah, that's it.
Every time you go into a sneaker store, if you go into an Apple store, every time motherfucker talking to you too crazy, what do you got on? The Yeezys.
The clout walks.
You got the zebras on, going
walkers.
crazy. You think you your friend, bro. I done been in spots with, hey, Evan. I'm like, bro, what the fuck is you? You
First
calling me
name?
about my government
There it is.
name?
Give him that
Look
government.
down on his feet.
him
What
that
he got on?
government.
Yeezy clout shoes,
Give
fam.
him that
He
government.
felt like he was too important. He's like, man, I got my Yeezys on. I'm gonna talk to these niggas however I want.
Yep. That's right. Address motherfuckers how I want to address them.
Yeah, I got Yeezys on. My shit got the zebras, and so I'm really gonna kick your ass.
Make you feel bulletproof.
Yeah, you don't want it.
Fast.
Shit, don't make me pull out
quick.
my gray hovercraft, boys. I roundhouse kick you in your nose.
Oh man, say less. Say less.
Motherfuckers be coming on with their Yeezys on, feeling like a whole new person.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that brings up a good point because it's like a lot has changed since those days. Like, you know, when you guys first started a group as a duo, and then to now, like when you guys are dropping out your album.
The corniest shit in the world is we used to rap for Jordans, bro. But that was back when that shit really wasn't a thing. Mm-hmm. You imagine motherfucker telling you right now, oh no, we doing shows for Jordans tonight. When them black fives came back out in like 06, 07, bro, we really did a show just to go get some Jordans. But that was when, you know, that
Talk
shit,
about
the retro.
It was lit to just be getting paid to do something.
The retro wave was really not even a thing at that point. You were surprised by what came back. You low-key had to go deep on the sneaker site to see what the release days was going to be.
Yeah.
And we was hype on them shit, so people would see us like, damn, them came back out? Yeah, bro, they came back out, fam. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Hey, you either gonna get them or you gonna shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? And that's how we used to be about it. Like, yeah, we got them, obviously. Like, where yours at? Now it's like, fuck, man. People standing in line just to get the Nike sign on the back of their Jordans, though. I could be 32, I could be out of touch, but I think I'm not. I think motherfuckers is just tweaking. Mm-hmm. $210 for some shit that was $140 5 years ago, bro. I was swing on y'all niggas, man. Like, what the fuck is y'all talking about, bro? How you charging $210 for some shit that costs $140? That's like, bro, I was selling you weed. You know what I'm saying? My ace was 45. Now I'm coming over your house like, yeah, I got weed on deck. Hey, how much for the eighth? 75. You gonna beat my ass, dog.
Now you up the price.
Hey, bro, you go from 40 to 75. Remember that Aquemini skit where he talked about buying a half ounce? He was like, how much for the Oski Woski? For you, 65. Like, nigga, you just charged me 50 the other day. He's like, I got that $15 plane ticket. Like, bro, you can keep that. Like Big Boy say, you can keep that, bro. Keep that shit, bro.
Yeah.
But yeah, so things have changed. I mean, let's talk about how I think a lot of people probably know the origin story. I think, you know, you guys connected via
Everybody
the internet,
everybody
right?
knows that. Yep, that's common knowledge. Everybody knows that.
Everybody knows the internet brought you two together. But I think one of the more like interesting things for me is like now we've got this whole wave of like Soundcloud rap, right?
Okay.
I think that, right, even the label's funny, but I think that there is something to be said about the fact that like you guys were brought together by MySpace. That's a completely different era for like internet music distribution, like connecting with people and stuff. What can you guys say about like how MySpace worked? Is that like,
see, on MySpace you can meet a girl. You ain't meet no girls on SoundCloud, fam.
there's no girls on SoundCloud?
That's why it's like our MySpace era is not comparable because you had a choice. You don't have a choice on SoundCloud. It's about music. MySpace was about you, and you chose music because you wanted to. So when somebody had a personal page and they put a Cool Kid song on their personal page, that's a choice. That's a representation of what you're listening to. SoundCloud, if you got a personal SoundCloud page and you ain't a musician, you low-key a goofy, fam. Like, what the fuck is you on, bro? Like, you ain't even posting no song. What you on there with a full SoundCloud page for?
Like,
you ain't messaging no girls. You can't get no comments. Can't get no new friend requests. What the fuck is you on?
So it's more of a social thing. Like you guys are on MySpace socially. As well.
MySpace had nothing to do with music when we first was on that. Right. That shit was really about the house. I'm gonna keep it 1200 with you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, think about where you started at. Think about where you started at. Let's keep it 112. Mm-hmm. Like, you wasn't on MySpace because you thought, oh man, let me further my contacts. Nah, you was on MySpace because, damn, it's shorties on MySpace.
They had a top 8.
Yeah, top 8, and was dudes getting in trouble about their top 8? Ain't no top 8 on SoundCloud, bro.
It's trifling.
Yeah, and then SoundCloud charges you, so they already chopped themselves from being MySpace legends. And that's the thing I want to say on Hypebeast Radio. SoundCloud has no business trying to compare themselves to MySpace. I know people wasn't around during the MySpace era, bro. Fam, this shit is not the same. People were really meeting friends and, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got him, Tennille. People were really meeting each other off.
Who are some of the people that you guys met off MySpace?
Bro, him and my sister.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We were like 16, 17, 18, you know what I'm saying? 19, like, real friends, like, trusting each other to fly to different cities. We doing shows in overseas off MySpace bookings.
Wow. And like, I remember,
hey, somebody who got a booking off SoundCloud out overseas, please call me. We open live. I'll give you the number. 1,200.
And I remember I heard you guys talking about this in like other interviews and stuff. It was like Kid Cudi was in the same group of guys like that. Like, it was like there were a lot of people on MySpace.
We really finessed the shit out of a platform that we didn't know we were finessing until it was over with. It was a lifestyle till it was done. And it was only that way because the comment section started getting spammy, and then everybody was like, "Oh shit, fuck that! I'm on Facebook." And then you realize Facebook is trash, and there's nothing to get accomplished on it. And then everybody's like, "Oh fuck that! I'm on Twitter." And then everybody's like, "Fuck that! I'm on Instagram." And now it's like, "Fuck that! I'm on Snapchat." And it's like, "Oh, Instagram stole Snapchat shit, so we back on Instagram."
That's pretty much how
I don't even know nobody on Snapchat no more. Like, this shit is actually the Wild Wild West, and I don't want nothing to do with it.
Snapchat is only teens. I think it's literally
Snapchat is nothing. Like, Snapchat at first, in the beginning, like, their whole IPO was based off the fact you could send titties anonymously. Like, that's it. That's the only, like, the girl I was dating when Snapchat came out, I was looking at my phone like, you don't got Snapchat on your phone, do you? Like, bitch, yeah, I got Snapchat on my phone. Did you know that everybody's sending nudes through it? Actually, yeah, I did. That's why I got it.
Actually, I'm getting nudes right now.
It was the nude sharing service. That's pretty much what Snapchat was.
Let's talk about the hustle that came along with, like, you know, producing music and publishing it out on, like, you know, MySpace and using that as a tool to, like, you know, actually make your careers, like, you know, professional.
That's the only option we had, man. Like, now you have options. So we're going back over this section in time where we're discussing MySpace like there was other social media. Right. Dude, that was our life.
Yeah.
There was nothing before it. Friendster, fucking Black Planet, like, that shit wasn't gonna do anything for anybody.
Yeah.
MySpace took it to a complete, like, level playing field. You know what I mean? Like, you thought you knew people in different states. You're, you know, sharing information with people. You got, you know, like, there was nothing better than coming home from school. And this is another thing about MySpace. MySpace wasn't out in the have all the social media on your phone era. So you had to go to school and either log into a computer to see your shit or wait till you get home. And that gave it, like, levels of, you know what I'm saying, mysteriousness. Yeah. So you'll go home, you have a whole day, go home, check your MySpace, sign in, boom, new message, boom, new friend request, boom, new comments, boom, new events. You feeling real special.
Elevated, yeah.
How you gonna feel special with a DM? DMs ain't special.
And it's always in your pocket, too. Like,
dude, it's always in your pocket. You
never got a new message.
I wasn't no drunk MySpacing.
It's all your messages all the time.
I wasn't nobody out at the club drunk MySpacing. That shit don't happen. You might hit a message back on your sidekick like, what's up, shorty? But other than that, you know what I'm saying? It was chop suey. Like, you either wait till you get home or, you know what I mean? That's what I miss about social media. It was like people waited. And they gathered all their ideas and they figured out the songs they liked during their day, and then they put it on their page. And then they was coding. How about that?
Actually, I was talking about someone
was coding.
I was talking about
they had you coding early.
Yeah, that was literally, I know, like,
everybody had to code.
Literally, like 15-year-old girls that were coding at, like, college levels because they wanted their...
And not even using the code generator, like really writing out HTML with the brackets.
That was crazy.
Real coding, like,
I asked
to make
a girl
a type
that literally that I met that was like in school for programming. I was like, yo, how did you get into that? Because I wish I wish someone had told me when I was 12 years old, like, hey man, coding is going to be the future.
Yeah, but see the answer.
And then she told me it was Neopets. It was Neopets and MySpace
I remember
layouts.
Neopets. Yeah, that little fucking handheld.
So like the line of what your question was, it's like, if we want to be historians about it, there's nothing that you can compare about SoundCloud to MySpace. It's not the same thing.
Yeah.
Like SoundCloud is a music social network sharing based platform that was probably built off the sharing music on your page MySpace platform. So I ain't never signed into SoundCloud and been on that bitch just chilling, like hollering, hanging out with friends. Yeah, nah. You know how much shit I gotta go through on SoundCloud to figure out something I like?
A shitload.
Dude, I can't even hit SoundCloud radio, bro. That shit is trash.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever used it.
Yeah, because it's trash. It's like, I'm about to let this middle schooler get in my goddamn radio station.
Middle schoolers.
You know what I mean? And I'm just keeping it 100 because everything is not tight. Everybody swears
Fuck
everything is
middle
tight.
schoolers.
Everything's cool. You know, we're all fluid. Everything is acceptable. Nah, fam, it's not.
Yeah.
Some of that shit you doing is trash, bro.
Yeah. We got to keep the standards high, otherwise.
That ain't even standards high. It's just trash. We not fucking with it. You think you cool because you like, oh, well, it's not cool to talk shit about what I'm doing over here because you're not accepting me for who I am. It's like, bro, take your bitch ass over there with your goofy ass pants. Get the fuck out of here.
You're not accepting me. I'm not being accepted.
Not being accepted. You're not accepting me.
So what was like the first booking message that you guys got on your MySpace page?
Shit, bro. Can you remember that? I mean, our MySpace page was our MySpace. Basically, when we got shit together, we just looked at it like I had the most followers, and he had joined me, so we had basically turned my individual page into our page because I already had, you know what I'm saying, shit in motion.
You had a little clout going.
I was clouded up.
There was clout there.
I was Cloud Jesus at that
Clout.
point.
There was clout there.
I was 06 Cloudy.
Yeah, no, we had millions of followers.
Yeah, we was
Millions on that
cloudy
bitch.
as shit.
It's real cloudy on that one.
I remember it was like girls from USC following me and shit, and I was like, damn, USC.
The clout was there. It's heavy MySpace clout.
Yep.
And as far as you guys,
It didn't
like,
really exist back then.
as far as bookings in real life went, I read a little bit about this, but what can you tell us about the Chicago, the town hall scene?
Oh,
Town Hall was lit, man. Town Hall was like that. It was like that. It was that Project X party that you see on movies every week in a small ass dive bar in Chicago. It was
like
crazy,
06,
bro. Like,
everybody had that shit together.
Yeah.
They did their drugs real responsibly. They drank real
it was
responsibly.
fun, man. It's the first time you could see those parties where you would see like a bunch of like different kids from all over the city doing the same shit. It'd be like black kids, then skater kids, and then Flosstradamus, and then us, and then girls, and like twirly mustache hipsters. If you even know what that kind of hipster is, like those twirly mustache hipsters.
Yeah, bro, we was
It
around
was fucking
the original hipsters.
Painters, couple hood niggas, and like, yeah, it was just a big hodgepodge mix of everybody in this one party.
And it's crazy because everybody wasn't trying to be the same. Everybody was real comfortable being themselves, which made that shit extra special. Now, like, you go into shit and it be a whole bunch of different colors of people and styles of people, but they all got them Yeezys on.
Yeah.
And all they jeans got rips in it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, that brings up
and then they got a goddamn anti-social club t-shirt on. Like, what the fuck, fam?
Yeah. I mean, that brings up a good point because it's like you guys first started like around like 2007 officially, right?
2005.
2005.
Shit cracked at 2000. We was in Rolling Stone with Jay-Z in 2007.
Yeah.
We was on tour with MIA in 2007. So like that, to me, 2007 is when shit was in full motion. When we were really trying to figure it out was 2005, 2006.
And around like that period, like that's kind of like when, for lack of a better term, like that's when like gangster rap, 50 Cent like was very apparent during that time. So it's like you guys pushing out your music at that time. It's like a clear contrast.
Taking the other video, I literally, bro, I really didn't think I could ever get a rap off unless I sold a crack rock. Like 19-year-old me never thought I could ever do this shit because at that point in time, bro, you was getting signed off getting shot. You didn't even have to rap.
Getting signed off the shots.
Right, I mean, but that's a good point because it's like, you know, if you didn't have a super gangster like background story,
it was Chop.
in a record deal.
It was Chop. It was Chop. And then Lupe came out, and then me and him met, and I was just like, okay, it's lit.
Yeah.
You know,
and then
like I'm gonna give Lupe his credit, bro. I want to give my man his flowers while he's still here, bro. Without him, dog, there's a lot of shit not happening. You could say we the responsible ones, but bro, it's really Lupe. Like Lupe was the fresh one. Lupe was the west side motherfucker that did all the shit that we wanted to do. Mm-hmm. So, you know what I'm saying? Like when me and him met, you know, the first time we went crazy together as friends was at a Lupe show, and this nigga ran up on Lupe's stage.
Yeah,
remember that? Mm-hmm.
What's the story with that? You were like just so.
Nah, he just got too hyped, like Lil Mama, and just jumped on stage.
Did it? He brought the curtain down. I did my thing. I was like, shit, we in this bitch tonight, man. But
yeah, Lupe definitely is. That's one of the guys that like really brought our friendship together, man. That's something that we related on super heavy and was like, fuck, dog. Like, you listen to this
straight up.
And this was like before he really came out with his album.
Before Food and Liquor. This was like
all that shit,
when
man.
the mixtapes was cracking.
Fahrenheit 911 and Revenge of the Nerds and like
Planet of the Apes and
all
all
that
The one
shit.
where he did the Gorillaz mixtape was around the time that me and him got real cool.
Mm-hmm.
So when he did the what's the Gorillaz song he did that was crazy? What was that?
I forgot the name of it though.
Yo, he did that shit on stage, bro. I seen my man jump 10 feet in the air when he was on stage when Lupe did the
that was Kids with
the
Guns,
Gorillaz,
right?
That was the Gorillaz.
No, he did Kids with Guns. He did
Kids with Guns
tape
was crazy, bro.
Yeah.
He was going crazy, man.
But the
Yeah, he was going bananas, man. He was really he's pushing the boundary at that time, man, and nobody even knew what the fuck was happening.
As far as gear goes, bro,
Nobody knew.
We was checking Lupe's shoes. Lupe was having Reeboks done. Niggas wasn't even wearing Reeboks. Lupe
He was the first rapper to name drop
Lupe
Goyard.
put out some Reeboks and niggas was in line for him, fam. Like for 3 years, I guarantee you, as soon as Iverson shit cooled down, bro, ain't nobody had no Reeboks on. Unless you was from New Orleans or, you know what I'm saying, where you was wearing classics all day. But Lupe made Reeboks hot.
Yeah. Did you guys ever meet him? Did you guys ever get to hang out?
Bro, that's our dog, bro.
my dog, no.
I love that nigga, bro. We went on tour with a couple times. Like, ain't no Lupe slender can hopping around me, bro. I slapped the fucking shit out of you. I don't care what he did.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? Like, he did too much for us for me to let that shit go unchecked.
Yeah.
Because without Lupe, bro, there's really no cool kids, bro. And I doubt there's a Kendrick. I doubt there's anything, bro. He really laid that shit down for us. Because he was the one that made it cool to not be 50 Cent.
Yo, I mean, we've talked about this before.
I love 50, bro, but like at the time, I was so mad at this nigga. Like, bro, I gotta get shot 9 times, cuz. Fuck kind of shit is that, bro? I'm not trying to get shot once. I don't want to go to jail for nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
We talked about how like Lupe Fiasco is like there's like a canon of like hype beast rappers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like obviously Kanye West, right? Like obviously I would say like at this point Travis Scott, right? People like that. But then it's like Lupe Fiasco was the same. It's like the dude that was name dropping like Lupin the Third and Goyard in the same tape.
He fucked the game up.
I got a hot take, bro. I got a hot ass take, bro.
Go for it.
I doubt Kanye is as fresh as he was if Lupe didn't exist, bro.
Whoa.
That's real. Now, like when we met Kanye, bro, like Kanye was talking about Jordans and all that shit, bro. Kanye wasn't wearing Jordans when we met him. Kanye was extra fancy, bro. This nigga had his own Louis Vuittons. Like he was on some other shit. That was our Louis Vuittons. Then when we get into Jordans, now everybody like, oh yeah, we was wearing Jordans. We was bringing them shits back. Like, bro, let us cook, fam. You know what I'm saying? Like, Lupe brought this shit back. We brought that shit back. The starters, the Jordans, bro, that's us. Let us have it. Just get off of it, bro. Let it happen. Let our history cement itself. That shit's chopped, bro. You wasn't in it. You seen us in it. Let us have it, bro. And if you got something to say, come say it to me.
I think that was actually really important when, like, I think it was Mac Miller came out and then had that interview. He was like, dude, without, like, because everybody gave Mac Miller credit for bringing the snapback back. And he's like, no, man. Like, that was the cool kids. I just like wearing that hat. But he gave you guys your due credit on that. And I feel like,
it's like why I'm giving Lupe his credit, bro. I'm not about to let nobody just act like this man didn't do that shit, bro.
Yeah,
he did that shit, bro. Without Lupe, bro, we really sitting here. You know what I'm saying? I probably got a white tee with 4 or 5 Louis Vuitton monograms on it. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm wearing Gino Green Global, fam. Like
instead of the Jabot jorts.
Hey, either the G's gonna get you or the nines will.
Gino Green Global. You did.
Yeah, but I would say that you guys are definitely, pioneers when it comes to, like, incorporating style into your guys' music. like, while you say, like, Lupe was very educational when it comes to, like, streetwear and putting people on,
right.
like, in his rhymes, you guys were too. You guys were, like, the first ones to talk about make Jordans like a thing, to make, like, like you said, starter jackets a thing, snapbacks a thing, and then also I would say, like, you guys were also early on handpicking new talent. Like, I remember when Chuck, when you were one of the first people to support Tyler the Creator because he sampled one of your songs. Yeah, and Flatbush Zombies as well. Like, you guys put those guys on too.
I mean, they did their own thing. I was just very supportive. I'm usually the first to shit, bro. Like, not to, what I'm saying, make it like this is a sport, but I really love music, and I also really love knowing what I want to know before somebody can affect my opinion on something. So, like, nigga, I probably was the first person listening to Ugly God. I swear to you. There was nobody listening to Ugly God when I was listening to him. He was like, bro, you're a legend. Why you listening to this shit? I'm like, shut the fuck up, bro. He did a song called Face, Titties, Booty, and Toes, bro. Like, I'm not going to hate on this man. That shit was genius, dog. Face, titties, booty, and toes. Titties, booty, and toes. When I heard that shit, I was like, no, this nigga is a genius.
More importantly, he did Bitch Stop Smoking Black and Mouths. More importantly than anything else. Most importantly, that was created. So, he cemented his legendary status.
My man can't be stopped, bro. If you got
like,
something bad to say about him, like I said, come see me, bro. I'm protecting rap at all costs right now. All this shit that's real, I'm caping for. But yeah, when he did Face, Titties, Booty, and Toes, I thought I was gonna die. And then he said, bitch, I beat my meat. Have you heard I beat my meat?
That's actually a song by Ugly.
What? To the iPhone ringtone, dog. It's the realest song of all time, bro.
Yo.
Bitch, I beat my meat. Don't give a fuck about what you think. I nut up on my face trying to say the human race, bro. When I heard that shit, I was like, yo, this nigga's tweaking. But then I was like, this nigga honestly made the hardest jack-off song of all time, and we really rocking with it, bro.
Yeah, you can't.
This nigga went on an interview and said he jack off 6 times a day, bro, and then nobody say shit to him, and it's like, yeah, I ain't gonna knock you for that. I've been there before.
Yeah, well, yeah, Ugly God is just having fun when it comes to his, like, his music, and I mean, like, you guys too were very, like, influential for making music fun again, like revisiting, like, that topic about 2005 where it's like, you had to get shot in order to be successful. It's like you guys were successful making music that was fun, that was relatable to, like, your audience, and that wasn't accepted by, like, a mainstream audience.
Right.
Yeah. So, I mean, like, how much has changed since, like, the first project that you guys have put out to, like, when Fish Ride Bicycles and now to now?
How much has changed in terms of
just, like,
the people?
Yeah, the people, and just, like, your look on music, and, like, what does cool kids music sound like today?
Man, honestly, we always had a sound that was pretty broad, man. Like, we could make pretty much whatever we wanted to, and that was always our sound, that you can't really, like, put it into a small box. And it was a lot of people that used to attempt at categorizing it and seeing what it would be, but we kind of just always tried to Floyd Mayweather dodge those, man, and just make sure that we were able to keep our sound, which is undefinable like that, man. So I would say, like, I think now people are a lot more hype for music now, like, it's music everywhere. It's able to be, received in all type of different angles, and music is, especially rap, is the most prevalent music out right now when it comes to anything. TV, movies, everybody's putting rap shit everywhere. Like, rap is music right now.
Yeah.
So I think that people are a lot more hype on music now than even, a couple years ago. Like, people are really hype. Everybody knows. You go to festivals now, like, before, like, especially rap fans, like, that wasn't even a thing. Like, nobody went to festivals. Like, that wasn't shit that rap fans did. Now everybody knows that, oh yeah, we're going to the festivals, we're watching this, we got these. Like, everybody's kind of on the same page now, and it's kind of cool because it's just building up that hype, and you can have a million eyes on you at one time, and you could still essentially not even be a mainstream person. We still got millions of people just, like, knowing your shit and watching you, because it's literally so many people that are, like, hype about rap right now. Like, everybody raps.
Yeah.
Everybody raps. Everybody hype about rap. Everybody does everything. Like, it's everything. Like, rap is the world right now. Like, there's nothing bigger. It's bigger than sports, bro. Like, it's fucking rap right now, bro. Like, it's I've never seen rap this big ever, really.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, I think the craziest thing about the festival point was that I think that the turning point was when like Jay-Z did Glastonbury, and then like
Nah, we was there, bro. We got a whole story for that shit. We was really down the street, dog.
You were there? All right,
bro. We just did the O2 festival the day before, and he's doing Glastonbury, and I swear to God, bro, this is one of the scariest nights we ever had in our life. So what was that? What city is Glastonbury?
Glastonbury.
So I think that's a city.
Yeah.
I thought it was the name of the festival.
I think that's the name of the city too.
We was
right?
definitely in that whatever festival, whatever city Glastonbury was in. We was in a hotel, and me and fam was like, "Yo, it's time to smoke a blunt." We had left.
Oh, this one we smoked.
We did a whole bunch of shit that day, and our whole plan was like at the end of it, like, dog, let's just go back to the hotel, turn on the TV, watch this nigga Jay. You know what I'm saying? Smash on Glastonbury. Because we was on a run with Jay-Z, actually. We was opening up for him that summer of 2008 in like all the foreign markets. So we did France with him. We did like a whole bunch of cities with him. The only thing we didn't do was Glastonbury. So we like in a different city doing radio and all this shit. So at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Like I always do, I stumbled up on a couple of nuggets. And we in the hotel about to twist up the blunt. I think we already twisted the blunt, rolled up the window, hit that bitch 3 times. We watching Jay-Z on Glastonbury. We thought we had life figured out, fam.
Good time. Yeah,
a
bag full of money.
6 minutes later, bro.
It's a good time.
6 minutes later, they come a knock on the door. Doom, 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 doom. Whole bunch of let's do it again. Whole bunch of highlighter ass vest motherfuckers come to our door. Like, you smell smoke? Me and this nigga did. We was in another room before they figured out that it was smoke in our shit. Yeah, we had already did, bro. We was too smooth, bro. It was too early in our career to get caught up in some bullshit. So we had already dipped, and we let our road manager handle the shit. But it was an iconic night because we still got to smoke and watch Jay-Z kill Glastonbury and make fun of Liam Neeson. Or Liam, I call him Liam Neeson's, but
please don't make fun of Liam Neeson. He's dangerous.
Liam motherfucking whatever.
Gallagher. The Oasis guy.
Which one is the cool one? Which one is the asshole and which one is the cool one?
I think they're both assholes to different degrees.
One was a cool
Liam
one.
is the king asshole, though.
One is a cool one. Yeah, the king asshole can't be that big of an asshole, so I'm fucking with Liam.
If you've ever...
If you a baby asshole, you a whole piece of shit. Like, if you not fully, erected your asshole so it's like people can accept it.
Erected asshole.
Did I say that?
Yeah.
You can, bro, because assholes can't erect.
I'm not the scientist here. I won't be the judge of that.
Oh, we gotta stop?
I won't be the scientist
erect
here.
Doesn't actually mean what you think it is. The definition of it is
to build, construct.
Yeah.
You're right.
So if you were an asshole and you had to start, you had to erect somewhere.
Now, you told your Jay-Z story. I've been meaning to ask this because I know you probably have one. Do you have any Lil B stories? Do you have any?
Hell yeah, I got a great one, dog.
Definitely Lil B stories. I got one too.
I got the one before he decided Lil B was gonna be Lil B when it was just Lil B from the pack. And I don't know if he gonna remember this story, but we backstage at Rock the Bells, and it's me and like 3 other people in the cafeteria area. Like, I don't even know where he's at. He's gone. It's just me and Lil B, low key. Like, I'm gonna paint the picture for you. It's a round table like this. Nigga sitting on the other side of me with no shirt on, and he come over to me like, "Hey Chuck, are you ready? Are you ready for the next generation?" I'm like, I already knew my nigga was deep, but like I wasn't ready for that today. We've been traveling all day. I'm just like, what the fuck is you talking about, fam? He's like, nah, shit about to get different. I'm like, what you mean? He's like, Obama in office, shit gonna get different. I'm like, nigga, what? And he's like, nah, I'm about to change. I'm about to do everything. And I'm like, what the fuck is you talking about? 3 years later, I'm like, bro, this nigga is the greatest genius of all time. He's like, I'm about to do something that don't got nothing to do with none of this shit. And I'm gonna elevate. And that's pretty much what fam said to me while we eating lunch. And I'm still to this day like, bro, how the fuck did he know that? Because that's the reason why we did our split and tried to duck the, you know what I'm saying, the trauma coming towards us. And Lil B sitting there and told my ass like to a whole 2, 3, 4 months in advance, like, hey, bro, shit's going crazy. Like, y'all, you know what I'm saying? It can't just be rap. That's what he was really trying to say. And I'm at the rappiest of rap festivals, and I'm listening to My nigga be like, it can't just be rap. What we gonna do? I'm like thinking to myself, like, nigga, I just got here, fam. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? I just got out of college just to get here. You trying to tell me it's over? Lil B was like, yeah, fam, it's over.
And then he went full new age after that.
Oh, and he's the biggest, bro. Listen, let me tell you something. Lil B has a task force, and if you don't believe it, try that, nigga. Try to disrespect Lil B and see what happens.
Never.
See, people scared, bro.
Almost.
It's not even a thing to do.
Nah.
My man has been completely purely positive since he started. And listen, that I'm Gay album is hard, bro. That bitch is hard. And it was in 2011 too clouded to like, now everybody's so accepting of everything. Like you can't even say something is gay with a derogatory term and you have your whole job handed to you. You know what I'm saying? Like you going to jail, low key. Like you can't even say shit is gay, like as a joke. You going to jail, straight up. Like I'm actually saying, yeah, lock that nigga up. I'm going down. Oh man, he said gay, bro. Get him out of here. Like 2007, you can say gay all day.
Race him.
Even gay people was like, yeah, that shit is gay. Lil B came out with an album in 2011. I'm gay. _ I'm happy. Everybody's like, no, this nigga's a weirdo. 5, 6, 7 years later, bro, I was in the car like, man, let me see. I listened to Lil B new shit. The Black King, bro. That's the
It's crazy.
best shit out, bro.
That shit bang.
Bro,
Sounds
he
like
made
he's from
all
the
the beats,
80s.
bro. Protect Lil B at all costs, bro. Like, it's just what it is.
Thank you, Bass God.
Yeah, I was going to tell more of a story, but the stories just don't stop, bro. My man is really a legend, bro.
Yeah, speaking of stories, I mean, how was it recording, When Fish Ride Bicycles? I know that was a project that you guys were...
I hate that album. I don't even want to talk about it.
Yeah? Is there a reason why you guys don't like that particular project? I know there was a lot that went with the label, and that's what kind of
that's why I don't like it. I hate it. I hate everything.
So,
every time I hear it, I'll start crying through my chest here.
I mean, it was okay, man. I feel like
Nah,
it
bro,
was
hate
cool.
it. Hate it like you want to.
It was the recording situation for that was just wild as hell. And,
It wasn't good.
And then it was just we're going through a period where it was just over with right then and there. It was done. We knew it was. We was like, oh yeah, we about to do some other shit.
Listen to that.
About to do
It's
some other
not
shit
bad.
right now.
It's just not a good time in my life. And I kind of like.
Yeah, it was time to. It
If
was
I
time
could
to
do
do
it, if I
different
could
things
do
at
it,
that time.
like I
for
would
sure.
honestly, if I didn't know people liked a lot of the songs on it, I would just take that bitch down. It's not a good time in my life. It's not part of when Fresh Fried Bicycle. I'm like, hey, G, remember having fun during that time? Like, I've had more fun in the past 3 months leading up to Special Edition than I ever had thinking about when Fish Fried Bicycles. I actually hate the title. I'm actually trying to slap the shit on myself for thinking that shit was cool and it wasn't that tight.
Just go back in time, like the Terminator. Tell yourself in the past, don't do it.
Yeah, but everybody got that one
this.
where, you learn. That's why this album to us that we, comes out in the morning is extremely important because, down to, I still listen to this bitch. I've had it since April. It's been done since April. Yeah. I pumped this shit since April and it has not gotten...
Stay fresh for you?
Bro, what? It's scary to me because I don't like my shit. I'm over my shit as soon as I make it.
Yeah.
This one, I can't get over. I actually had somebody try to critique me and tell me, a friend came over, listened to this shit, tried to tell me what I should do about it or what should I do to this song. And I was like, hey, dog. He's like, yeah. I was like, shut the fuck up. I don't want to hear it. I was like, this album's done. My soul's in it. I don't care what you think. He's like, well, you could do that. Shut the fuck up or you can leave. That's how deep the shit was.
Yeah.
I was like, you could get out of my house right now. He's like, is it that serious? I'm like, yeah, bro, it's that serious. You're not going to talk about my life in front of me, bro. I don't give a fuck if you think that my life wasn't done right.
Yeah.
Would you tell me that? So shut up about my album, bro. This ain't for you.
It'll come out. People
Nah,
will know
because it's
about
like you got a lot of people that want to listen to things and figure, all right, what's the commercialist way I can try to approach this? And this wasn't about that. This was about me and him reestablishing our, our partnership, camaraderie, the friendship that we have through music, like everything. This was our meeting place. This is the first time we ever got to do what we wanted to do, the way we wanted to do it. Even if we didn't like it, it was on us. Can nobody tell us shit other than me or him?
Yeah.
So the only person that got opinion to me is him. So if he don't say it, shut the fuck up. And I ain't never been that attached to none of my art. Never. I've been an artist since I've been 3-4 years old.
Yeah.
I paint shit, put it in my mom's office, do shit for projects in school, have no emotional attachment to it. That's the first time I ever had a like the Bake Sale could burn, melt, die. I'd never hear a song off that bitch again. I wouldn't give a shit.
Wow.
This album, bro, I'd kill you over this shit.
You hold that one close to your chest.
I don't even know if it's that good to everybody else, but to me, like, that shit matters, bro. It's the first time in my life where I did something like I kind of wish I could stack up and go to sleep to it next time. Like,
so how much of the hiatus was because of the frustration of
all of it?
All of it. So that was like literally like when you
that's
guys.
That's the only reason.
That's pretty much it. Yeah, man. It was legal frustrations and life frustrations, coming of age frustrations and shit like that. It was just time to go. Like, he'll send you them signs and let you know sometimes when the party is over, and he's like, all right, you gotta move around for a minute, man.
Cops
like,
are here.
Cops are here. Let's run, guys.
Cops are here. It's an amazing
we
way to
figured out
put it.
that would have been the best time to just, start figuring out other shit, man, and using these other chambers of our brains that we have, and save ourselves the frustration of forcing some shit, because that's the last thing.
And we also had a lot of things to do as artists on our own, not dependent on each other. We needed a point in time where each other's opinion didn't matter on what we were doing.
Yeah, and like you said, you guys
just respecting the person that you make music with. It was important and it's like I'll never forget that shit. How easily we let each other just, hey bro, do your thing, I got you. Hey bro, do your thing, I got you. We'll put this shit back together if it comes back together. It wasn't even like, oh, let's make sure we get back together. We like, this shit'll work out if it's gonna work out. But,
so what was the moment that brought you back together? Was it like,
dog, the world was fucking crumbling, and it was like, damn, am I gonna be the person that could have did something that made somebody's day better, or am I just be the one talking about how shitty the world is? What can I do to make the world better? Nigga, let's put the cool kids back together. Like, we didn't even get started, dog. We didn't even get to do shit, bro. It was just completely ripped from us as soon as we had the idea. And then once the idea took shape, everybody wanted to dress like it, do what they wanted to do with it, bastardize it and all that shit. But, that shit really means something to us. So we let it cook. And then as soon as we knew, like, dog, what is anything tight happening? When I called him, like, bro, let's do this shit, there was nothing tight happening. Nothing tight. Like
when was that phone call? When?
Like July 2016. Like three people got killed by the cops that week.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it was the worst week ever.
I remember that.
So I'm like, bro, we gotta do something. And the best thing we can do,
like Ferguson
last
times.
summer. Yeah, this is like last summer.
Wow.
Last summertime, middle of last summer, I would say.
July last summer. I mean, we talked all the time. It wasn't like I ain't talked to her, bro. We talked like at least once, twice.
I feel like that's what people thought might have happened.
That you guys weren't talking.
Like there was like a hiatus where it was
man,
like,
do you know how hard that'd be if we didn't talk all that time?
That shit wouldn't come out right.
And then we came back and just tried to do this shit. That would be that'd be difficult, man.
That would
be
really
really
fake.
hard. That'd be really hard to do.
Well, we was really close the whole time. It was just more personal. It wasn't like we wasn't the cool kids. We was just friends. You know what I mean?
And I mean, you both stayed prolific. Like you were both, like you said, working your asses off when you weren't doing the cool kids. Just letting.
I put out 3 solo albums.
Yeah.
I put out 3 solo albums. So it wasn't a year I didn't put out a record. It's just people's perception of shit is really crazy.
Yeah.
Because to them, it doesn't even count.
Well, that's
now
what I'm saying.
Counts. Yo, there's people that's listening to Convertibles now that we get back to the cool kids, or listening to Premier Politics because we the cool kids.
I've been listening to the Bake Sale.
I heard it. Somebody walked up to me like, dude, do you know how crazy Premier Politics is? I'm like, yeah, motherfucker, I heard it.
He was there.
I was there.
He was there.
It was like, man, that shit's crazy. I didn't even know that shit was out. I'm like, bro, you so slow, bro.
Yeah,
it's like the internet is here. How the fuck do you not know?
A lot of that older shit too. Like we made a lot of that shit. Like Premier Politics, all that shit I made when we were living in the same house. You know what I'm saying? Like we were still living in the same house in Chicago.
Nah, you made Premier. We was on.
I would just go to the studio.
Nah, you got to tell me the truth, bro. He broke Premier Politics while he was on tour in Australia. This dude did that shit.
Oh no. That was like Rock's Report. That was the first one.
Okay.
That was the early one. Rock's
My
Report.
bad.
Premier Politics was like right before you moved to LA.
Yeah.
And I finished it, and then you pretty much were about to move right around the time I was about to drop it. Yeah, so about 2011 or something like that. But yeah, we're still living together, man. So we never really had a big separation to the point where it's like we weren't connected. You know, he moved to LA, I was in Chicago, but I moved to LA shortly after too. You know what I'm saying?
Right back into his living room.
No, we were not in the same spots, but like we were still like coming to, each other's spots and, just checking out what's going on, seeing the music and shit, and just kind of getting those vibes and letting him listen to my shit. I would listen to his shit, and then kind of just see where we were at on each other's own space, you know. And then he would be like, okay, I got a beat that you could put on this shit that you need for this. And then he would throw me one last joint after I had my whole tape done or something. Then I would be like, okay, that's definitely one that I needed to tie all this shit together, you know. And what would be better than, you know, a track that he produced or something, or I would do the same for him or on one of his tracks or anything, man. We would find ways to like work together without being the cool kids, because we didn't want to be the cool kids at that point, because it wasn't time to be the cool kids. Like, we had to figure out other ways to make stuff together and work, but not be the cool kids at the same time.
And speaking of Premier Politics, so like, wasn't Grandmaster Deluxe supposed to be like a project of your own? Yeah, and then you guys were supposed to do like Shark Week, right?
Yeah. The first time he told me that shit, or at least low key, the first time
I made,
first time he told me that title, I wanted to steal that shit from him. So the fact that he didn't get it out before we could make it, it was like every time he told me that title, I was like, damn, I beat your ass for that title. You know what I'm saying?
I came up with that a few years ago, man, and it was gonna be a solo project of mine. But I just kept it in the freezer, man. Kept it on tuck because I was like, I don't have the music for this yet. I wanted the music to fit that title.
Yeah, the title was so crazy that the music had to come to
life first. It had to come to life, and then, you know, as we started making this new shit, we were gonna go with like Shark Week, and where I thought, because I was all right, we'll just pick up where we left off with that shit.
Yeah,
but
the underwater thing.
Yeah, and I was like, God damn, I'm sick of that shit.
Yeah,
like, let's get
that
out of
phase
there.
Of us was not tight. We didn't.
Yeah,
really
like let's get out of there. Like, it was
all the fishing tapes was made out of necessity. So when we put out Going Fishing, it was because we couldn't put out an album.
Right.
We put out Tackle Boxes because we realized we couldn't make out another album. When we did When Fish Ride Bicycles, that was a collection of whatever songs we had left. Pretty much Gone Fishing, Tackle Box, When Fish Ride Bicycles was the same album. All of that shit would have been our second album if we could have had it. If we could have had it our way, that bitch would have been out in 2000, late 2008, early 2009, and we would have fucked everything up. Yeah. But legally, we weren't allowed to do shit, so we were taking our hottest shit and trying to reformat it, put it into a mixtape. Like, we caught up with Don Cannon, like, man, let's just dress this shit up a little bit better than what it looks. And we just don't got no good memories to that shit, man, because it's not what we wanted to do. So it's like I'll be thinking about this, like all the dudes I see in the streets in New York, and they're with like their little mousy wife, and they've been with them for like 40 years. My biggest fear in the world is to be with or married to a woman I can't stand. And that's how I felt about them records. It was just like,
you were married to something that you just
and
didn't
I couldn't
believe
get
in.
Divorced. It was like I was stuck in some paperwork, so it was like the furthest I can get was a separation. Mm-hmm. I don't want that stress on my soul.
Are you guys making any like good memories while recording this album?
Yeah, this shit has been a complete
This has
dream.
been pretty fucking fun. I ain't gonna lie. This album has been tight.
It's been tight ups and downs, but like perfect ups and downs. You know what I mean? Like when I started this shit, we were talking about it at our album listening yesterday. About a year ago today, bro, I was going through it. Like money issues, like housing issues, like 3-4 year relationship going up in flames, like all this shit happening at once. And he's like, man, it's time to make this album. You know what I'm saying?
Perfect.
So, but like it made me dig to a part of myself where it's like I can't be stopped. And no matter what the fuck is going on, when it's time to really get down to it, I can get down to it. And this is an opportunity we got to really rectify a situation that we feel like we didn't really get to we just didn't get to live out, man. To us, we still didn't put out a record. Bake Sale was a whole bunch of songs that we had already had out. When Fish Ride Bicycles, a whole bunch of shit we didn't want to do. This is our first album.
So this is the debut of the Cool Kids.
Hey, we just read a review. I read a review. This shit kind of touched my soul, but the review was kind of like, if you didn't hear these dudes, this would be the biggest breakout album of the year. Period. And it's like, man, fuck what we did, bro. We was just cool. We was too cool for you to deny us, so it doesn't mean like it had to exist then. You know what I'm saying? We just were really influential on the way we wanted the kids that looked up to us to grow up. Like, I was very important. My whole goal, my whole life is to make sure that black kids feel like they can be cool. Like, you don't gotta be a thing. You just who you are, and we can be cool doing that. Like, when I was growing up, I went to school with, you know, all white dudes, and I ain't take that shit personally, but the first time I couldn't dunk, motherfuckers was banging on me like, bro, how black are you? I'm blacker than you. I can dunk. I'm like, motherfucker, that don't got shit to do with nothing, bro. You know what I'm saying? I got big ass calves and I'll beat your ass. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm
heavy set,
but it's
bro.
the basically the what people think you were supposed to be. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like 99, 2000, 2001. There was like a theory on what the young black person was supposed to do. He was supposed to look like Allen Iverson and dunk. I'm not with that shit.
And if you did something different, it was like you were doing
it wrong. And I had both parents in my house. So I'm not going to feel, and there was times where I would feel put upon because I was blessed.
Yeah.
It's like, nah, dog, like this is the norm. What y'all going through is fucked up. So I'm going to create a different, you know what I'm saying, temperature. Like this is what we really look like. And I ain't grow up fucking rich. You know what I'm saying? I'm from the real east side of Detroit.
Yeah.
My parents made good decisions. You know what I'm saying? Like, being from the east side of Detroit don't mean you without. It means that's where you from. And then we went to the other east side of Detroit. And then we went to the suburbs when it was time for me to go to high school. Like, I wanted to create a world where this shit was the norm. Where, like, motherfuckers like me is the people that you used to be scared of is looking up to. Because I was there, bro. You know, I played Little League at the hardest school in Detroit. You know what I'm saying? I done did all that shit. And that shit wasn't cool to me. Being hard wasn't cool to me. Being cool was being cool to me. So, like, my whole mission, what we was doing was trying to create an image for young black kids to see that was, like, how Nerd was for us. Or how Lupe was for us. And, like, really, really steroid that shit. Like, fuck it. We gonna make everybody dress like us regardless of what race they are. So now a white kid could dress like a cool kid and he not called acting black.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That was my goal, dog. Like, I used to hate that shit when a white kid, like my homeboy of mine wore a FUBU jersey when we first started high school. All these white kids, and he's a white dude. All these kids is just flaming him like, oh, you think you're black? Nah, motherfucker, he bought a FUBU jersey. You get what I'm saying? And I used to step up for him like, bro, I don't even got a FUBU jersey. That shit was trash to me. But that's what he liked. That's what he liked.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And my whole goal from being in high school is like, I wanted to make something where I knew I could represent for all of us. Because you ain't going to say shit to me about it. Like, do the history, bro. If you really want to pull my card, you going to come up with some shit you ain't want to find, fam. It's like, I did this shit because I want, like, my little brother, I wanted him, I wanted all of my cousins to be like, dog, you can go to school in Vans, fam. You don't got to skate.
Yeah.
You ain't a white boy because you got Vans on.
Yeah,
you look like
I was
a cool
listening
kid.
to the A Waste of Time. Shout out to Jeff and Eric. Those guys were talking about you mentioned you had recorded or you were making a documentary about skateboarding style like 12 years ago or something like that. And now that's like literally that's all we as a fashion blogger basically trying to figure out is how did that become the thing? And you were doing that.
Nah, listen, I hung with skaters and I hung with people that rode bikes. The thing about it wasn't the action. It was like their ability to really identify themselves as what they did. And when I was in school, all the kids that hung out and the more colorful cast of people were skateboarders. You know what I'm saying? The black kid that looked like the white kid that looked like the Mexican kid that looked like the Asian kid. What did they do? They skateboarded. You know what I'm saying? There wasn't no differentiation between them. And that's why the skateboard community to me is still the realest, most authentic culture in this country. And they have beat your ass. Like, people be trying to play skate, bro. You get your ass fucked up fucking with some skateboarders, bro. They really break that bitch over your head, bro. I done seen it happen. You know what I'm saying? That's more gang mentality than gangs. There's some skateboarders I know with way more balls than a whole bunch of motherfuckers I know that bang whatever set they do. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather go do some shit and be in it with some skateboarders than be in it with some pussy ass I can't fight motherfuckers. Because every skateboarder can fight, bro. That you can't even skate. You can't even start.
Yeah.
You can't even start skateboarding unless you get your fists together.
Yeah. So I mean, is that sort of tone? Is that translating to like the album? Like, because with your prior material, like it doesn't seem like it was this serious. So like, do you guys feel like you guys have things? You mentioned like when you were going to start recording the album, it wasn't really a great time. And that kind of like would inspire the group to get back together. So as far as like the lyrical content and the musical message, like has that translated into the album?
Yeah, we're really honest with what we're doing now. So it's like You know, I got songs where I reflect on stuff. I got songs where I talk about. I got a song towards the end of the album where my whole verse is about you trying to be too cool till you see a girl that you like with a motherfucker that you can't do nothing about no more. She was on your heels, you try to play it too cool, trying to, you know what I'm saying? Now she with another motherfucker, now you want to fight him. Like shit that everybody go through, but can't nobody tell it in a cool enough way so everybody can understand it. Like I've been through that shit. You know what I mean? Like I've been through it. So it's like down to that, down to, you know, it's a lot of material on this album where we both kind of like, we went outside ourselves lyrically because it's now fun. When we were doing shit before, I feel like there was this cup called the Cool Kids and we was just trying to jump in this motherfucker all the time. Like, what does the Cool Kids sound like? What was? And that's the first thing we said to each other before we started our next shit. Like, fuck the Cool Kids. It's really just Chuck and Mike. Like, that's our name, but we not making music as the Cool Kids. We making music as the artists we turned into now.
If you guys could do it all over again, like, and this be your first project, like, what would you do differently?
Bro, we needed that. We needed all the fuck shit that happened. Like, I can't even say that. I can't even say, like, I would be happy without going through it. Like, right now, what we sitting in, like, I'm so happy to be doing it with him because we went through so much shit.
Yeah.
I don't think I can appreciate.
You appreciate it more, right?
Definitely, yeah, man. I wouldn't change anything. It's hard to say, man, because it's like I don't know if it would have led me to be where I am now. You know, if I could do anything differently, maybe I would have just not signed the record deal that we had at first. We had a stupid fucking deal that really fucked us up for a while. I would have just not did that. That probably would have been the main thing that I would change, just not doing that. But I didn't fucking know, man. Yeah, I was a kid. Yeah, I would take that one back. But other than that, man, it was some fun times, man. We did a lot of cool shit, man. But that was a lot for a kid my age to deal with, as opposed to having a lot of that other weight on my shoulders as well.
Cool
like,
shit, bro, but that shit sucked, dog.
We had
remember
a lot
when
of
we showed
bullshit,
up? Remember when we showed up to Aarhus the first time? And we did the show for like 13 motherfuckers and we ain't had no food.
Sucked.
Motherfuckers gave us a tomato plate.
Oh yeah, it sucked.
And we was struggling to get on the internet. Wasn't no internet. Wasn't no iPhone. We ain't had shit, bro. We performed in front of 13 people and didn't eat and was getting paid like $75.
75 Denmark dollars. Nah, I would change that too and not do that show too, man. Fuck that place. I'll go back in time and be like, nah, we're not doing this fucking show. We're not doing Aarhus, Denmark this time.
Yeah, keep your tomato plate.
Keep that tomato and baked bean plate, man. It's over with.
Yeah, that UK continental breakfast, when you ain't really got no chop, and you know you got to get on a flight to somewhere where you ain't about to make no more chop, and you got to put that egg white and them baked beans in your shit, bro. You don't want to live that life, bro. We did that.
Wet ham.
Hey, we did that. So hopefully you wouldn't have to go through that.
Whatever that shit is.
Hey, yeah, bro. You don't want no bacon outside of America. I'm going to come clean. That shit sucks.
British bacon is so
and then you
trash.
get a fucking,
you want, man.
hey fam, you get an orange juice cup about half the size of this bitch. And they gotta bring it to you. It ain't like you going up to the orange juice machine and getting it. You order it, like, let me get an orange juice. They come back with half, nigga, 1/4 of a goddamn Fiji bottle. Like, what?
That is it.
Hey, you remember that shit, bro? We used to, listen, this is another shitty story, bro. Me and him would be so off and jet lagged that, you know, nighttime was breakfast time, so we couldn't do shit. Wasn't nothing on TV, wasn't no internet, nigga. We was sitting there like playing rock, paper, scissors till it was breakfast time. Like, I'm not even exaggerating with you. Like, really just twiddling our thumbs.
Peak boredom.
Yeah, like iPod, no game, no iPhone life. Like, wasn't no iPhone when we did this shit. Like, 3 people had iPhones when we started.
Steve Jobs.
And like motherfuckers that actually thought it would be a cool phone. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I got an iPod and an iPhone. Then the iPhone just took the fuck off. Like, oh my God. Yeah. But when we was over there, we didn't want no iPhone. We was sharing one phone. I got lost in Australia, all sorts of shit. No money though.
Wow. Yeah. I thought you know.
I'll never forget that Australia story, bro. Because I remember when I knocked back on the door and you had Shorty in the room and you was like, "Hey, can you come back and knock it? And I'm gonna act like she gotta go." Yeah, he was like, "I gotta get her out of here, so I need you to come back and knock like the hotel security."
Yeah, he definitely came back as fake hotel security.
He was trying to get her ass out of there.
Housekeeping voice.
Stern voice.
Yeah, I just had to give a stern knock so you could create the conversation. Like if I get a friendly knock, she gonna be like, "Oh, that's your homeboy." If I get a stern knock, he gonna be like, "Oh yeah, bitch, you gotta go."
They say we gotta get this over with. Everybody gotta leave.
He's time to leave. He's wearing a highlighter vest.
He's time to go. That's it.
And so if you guys, this is, we usually try to end the conversation with this kind of like, almost like a lesson, but if you could Terminator it, if you could go back and John Connor, the high school version of the cool kids, and you could give them one piece of advice, what would that piece of advice be?
Like talk to our old self?
Yeah.
And fix shit up? You start.
I would go back and just tell myself, make sure to tax everybody that's trying to like jack what you doing, and everybody that's on your wave like this, and everybody that's like disrespectfully doing it, man, and like lying and saying they did this and that, because it's petty, but that shit means a lot to people. Like people think that when somebody says they did it, then they automatically crown that person, and they take shit from your life. Like it's your life, bro. Like the difference between your life being one way or another could be you getting the credit for something. You know, it's Thomas Edison and Tesla. You feel me? Like Tesla, he'll never be fucking Thomas Edison. You know, he never had the chance, but he did that, and he created the same shit beforehand. But
the actual efficient
Edison came and fucking swooped that from under the rug and buried his legacy, and now he's just a car legacy. You know, like that's as high as Tesla will ever get now, because he didn't have the resources to stomp
but
Thomas
his name
Edison's
is cracking
out.
right now. Let's give him a man's his prop. That
It's
shit
lit, but it don't got
nothing.
nothing to do with him.
Yeah, it's more
His family probably ain't benefiting from it, so it's like I would definitely go back in time and be like, yo, X all of that shit. Anybody trying to jack some shit and not pay homage and not give credit, kill all that. Like now, don't.
The only thing
tax, everything got to get taxed. Like
the only thing I would change is to tell myself it's not gonna be no hoes after the show. Just go to sleep. Like, just go home. Just tell everybody too, bro. Like the show is over. Like everything you was told, you was a lie. There ain't no hoes here. And you ain't gonna get, you know what I mean? You can't be in a band and get laid like you think you're gonna get it. I'm gonna knock that shit down right now. Everybody in a band, if you in a band right now, listen to this, and you think, oh, I'm in a band. Girls on the fuck. No, they don't, fam. And
even more so now.
Yeah, even more so no.
More so now. Like, oh man,
yeah, girls are.
You actually probably won't.
Yeah, you actually got a better chance in 07, 08. Now it's chopped, fam. Like, if she can't put you on her Insta Snap, you pretty much is ghost. You don't even matter to you. She don't even care. And it's like the girls is more popular than the motherfuckers rapping right now. So,
right, yeah, it's girls with 1 million followers. It's like, what did she do? Take these pictures like this?
Yep. You couldn't get 1 million followers if you had brought Biggie back and did a whole fucking song with the motherfucker.
Painted a goddamn finger paint picture.
Goddamn Funk Flex drop a bomb on that bitch tonight.
Yeah.
You still couldn't get enough followers to beat the bitch that got 1 million with flat tummy tea. Like, she gonna chop you in half every single time. I low-key want some flat tummy tea so I can get my shit together.
Go ahead. Flat tummy tea, holler at Chuck English. Y'all need a new male model.
Listen,
need a new male model endorsement
we gotta be body positive. You know what I'm saying? I'm a stocky motherfucker. Y'all gotta start taking pictures of me.
Right,
I'm tired of not modeling. Hey, actually,
they gotta be gender
equal. We gotta start.
Do it, bro.
We gotta hit New York Fashion Week. Like, man, I'm sorry. I'm sick of all these. I'm sick of all of this same body shit for men, bro. Like, what's up with the men stepping up for their body positive shit? I'm body positive, bro.
Yeah,
take a picture of me. Take a picture of me. I'm taking some flat tummy tea. I want you to see my stomach, bro.
You deserve to get paid for that too.
Yeah,
you deserve to get paid for your ad.
What's the other one you could do? Flat
detox tea, flat tummy tea.
I want to be doing gym. I want to be
waist trainers.
I want to do glute. I want to do glute workouts at the gym and then have my cell phone. I want to have my cell phone sitting on the workout bench.
What's the Weave website?
Doing the Instagram.
I want to leave my cell phone on the workout bench, and I want to do my glute exercises right next to my phone. telling you, it's our time.
What's the one where they always got the discount code? They're like, here, use my 5%.
Oh, Fashion Nova.
Yeah, get your 5% discount
Fashion
code.
Nova discount code together, man.
Get your 2% Fashion
I know
Nova
Hype Beast
discount
can
code.
give me right. Let me get a Hype Beast Chuck English Fashion Nova code for all the real niggas out there that, you know what I'm saying, that's tired of, you know what I'm saying, being told you gotta be in shape. I ain't never gonna be in shape. Fuck y'all.
Shout out to all the Fridge Body boys.
Hey, bro, listen.
Body.
Let me tell you a hot take. Your girl wants to put her head on my belly before she wants to put her head on your abs, fam.
Hot take.
give me my goddamn flat tummy tea and let's get it right. You know what I mean?
And for all of our aspiring, musicians that are listening to this podcast, like, what advice could you give them, given what you guys have learned through your label situations?
Like other people.
Oh, well, like, given your guys' label situations, like, what kind of advice could you give them? Like,
stop rapping like other people.
He said, yeah.
I get what you're saying, but we in a different phase than what we was in then. Everybody was really striving to be original when we were starting. Everybody had their own sound. Like, shit, that's why we became best friends with Pac Div, bro. It was like 3 motherfuckers in our same, you know what I'm saying, speaking our same language, but they shit sound different than ours. And we ain't never try to make our shit sound the same unless we was on the same song. You know what I mean? Like, that's the difference between now and then. Like, I was down to swing on you if you sound like us. Because I grew up under the Wu-Tang era. Like, I don't want nobody sounding like me. That's what Ghost said. I don't want nobody sounding like me. I don't want nobody sounding like, you know what I'm saying, the rest of my clan. That's what he said. And I with that shit, bro. Because I got an idea and I'm not trying to, you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to share this shit with you. Go do your own shit. And that's the advice. Like, if you hear a motherfucker that sound like something and you go to the studio to sound like him, slap yourself. I'd rather you be whack sounding like yourself than being average sounding like somebody else. Like, low key, bro, I met a motherfucker that just gave me a shit the other day. This motherfucker sounded just like Logic. And I was like, dog. Nah, fam.
Don't do
nah,
that.
fam. You trying to do you trying to do hard video game raps? You know somebody already do that, right? You know my man's already got that shit locked up, right? You know what I'm saying? That's never gonna be a number 2, right? Oh man, well, Logic getting money. Well, nigga, let him have his shit, bro. Go do your own thing. So that's my only advice, bro. Create your own manhood. Don't be out here biting shit, because you gonna bite somebody, you gonna bite the wrong motherfucker and he gonna slap you for no reason and it's gonna be completely out of place. Might be me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I would say, man, only advice I would give is to just spend that time figuring out who you are, develop your own style, develop yourself, man, and focus on that. You can't lose, I guarantee. You can't lose. Don't be scared of not getting the money, bro. Like, you gonna get the money if you do you. Like, motherfucker, it's 2016 and 17 have showed you already that being original, you can come out of fucking nowhere and win, bro. Like, before Young Lean, it was never a Young Lean. He came out and did some wild shit that was his own shit, and he succeeded, and then he got to take that W forever for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, just come out and just study yourself and find out what you are, find out what you sound like, and just love that, man. Go with that. Like, fuck trying to be everybody else, man. Like, everybody else already taken. They already doing that, man. It's actually not
going to get you no notoriety. Ain't nobody going to listen to anybody that sound like somebody else. So you got a better shot. Just, you can say do on the track and that shit. Y'all actually be more entertained,
good, man. Like, new artists, man, up and coming artists. Y'all good. Like, y'all creative. Y'all tight. Trust me. Like, don't feel like you not good and you got to copy off somebody, bro. Like, y'all are tight. Just find out who you are and do your own shit. Don't just hop on the one man who popping right now and just try to do exactly what he does. Like, y'all tight. Do y'all own shit, man.
And a side note, bro, I'm gonna give a hot take. I'm sick of rappers trying to find the other rapper that's successful to kind of like diminish or discredit what he got to prove what's going on. Like, the other day I'm watching some shit and I don't know this man, so I ain't gonna speak on him negatively, but the dude Russ go speak on Chance, who's my brother, the wrong way. Now, if I was crazy, bro, if I was like 22, I would have pressed fam, bro. I was at day and night. I would have been all in this shit. It's like, you can't call Chance an industry plant, bro. This nigga was sleeping on my couch. What industry plant is sleeping on a fucking dude's couch and I'm running this nigga to go get chicken nuggets because he hungry, bro? What industry plant is on that? Like, speak on what you know, bro. Don't discredit nobody else trying to get your shit together. And then fam wore that T-shirt to Day and Night Festival and they flaming cuz, bro.
Oh, yeah.
And nigga, bro, you got a goddamn tweet that say where the lean at, bro. You don't think niggas seen that, fam? Like, we don't know you, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to say that shit live on Hypebeast. Like, he had a pass until you start talking crazy about Channel, bro. Like, shut your fucking mouth, bro. And that's just coming from me. And if you got something to say about it, talk about me live. And I'll come and we can handle this shit, bro. But when it comes down to it, it's shit like that ruins the art form. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got your own buzz. Why the fuck do you gotta discredit this man to make people look at you, bro? Make a hotter song. That's it. Yeah. Make a hotter song. And it ain't just him, but it's like everybody got they got that twitch in them where it's like, you know, why I do my shit this way, unlike these other rappers. Like, nigga, who the fuck is you talking about? Because if I was crazy, I could feel like you was talking about me. You get what I'm saying? Like, stick to your own, make your own shit, bro. You know what I mean? Be happy about what you're creating. Like, don't discredit nobody. We ain't never discredited nobody, bro. I have never had a problem 10 years with nobody, bro. For what? I'm fired, bro. Like, I don't need, you know what I'm saying? Like, catch up. Or don't. I got my own world, but you doing your thing ain't never gonna stop me from doing my shit. So, like, kids complain, oh, yeah, such and such is an industry plan, or such and such had this, or such and such had that. So the fuck what? What you doing? If his shit hot and your shit ain't that hot and you got something to say, you a hoe. Straight up. Until you own, bro, shut your fucking mouth. And that's all I gotta say about that. Until you own and your shit working, you shouldn't have nothing to say if your shit was working. So your only people that got shit to say is motherfuckers shit not working.
Amen. Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? That's from the gospel of Chuck Inglish. And if you got a problem with it, like I said, come see me, bro.
Wow. All right. Well,
man.
We covered a lot of ground. I want to thank you guys for coming in. That was
thanks
phenomenal.
for having us, fellas.
Yeah, really. Thank you for
glad we got a chance to come in, man. Like, it's been a dream.
Story.
Always been a dream to come through Hypebeast and kick it, man. So you already know it's a
pleasure to have you guys.
Mutual love right here, man.
Yeah, open invitation anytime you guys want to stop by. Thank you so much.
Thank y'all, man. I actually felt like 10 minutes. It was like probably 2 hours, man. I appreciate it.